Greetings, fellow adventurers. Welcome to the Warcraft experience. Lunastis and I stumbled upon some troubling news. Luna, it was a dragon, wasn't it?
Yes, indeed. A dragon.
But how?
I'm not sure. But shouldn't we check if people need help?
All right, but remember, you're still in training.
True. But you can assist me in my training, right?
Agreed. I will lend my assistance, but you must promise not to abandon your training midway.
As you wish, my friend.
Luna commences her training in Shadow Glen. Let's approach that druid for assistance.
Agreed. Greeting, Druid Master. I am Lunastis.
Greetings, Lunastis. I am Lithuane.
I'm here to resume my training. Could you please lend me your guidance?
Certainly. My purpose in Shadow Glen is to train young druids like you, and to ensure that the balance of nature is maintained. The spring rains were particularly heavy this year, causing some of the forest's beasts to flourish while others suffered. Unfortunately, the night saber numbers grew too large, and they will devastate the other populations if they are not culled. Journey forth and thin saber population so that nature's harmony will be preserved.
Have you noticed that Shadow Glen remains untouched by the devastation?
Indeed, I have, young one. It suggests that not all parts of Azeroth have suffered.
That is a relief. It means I might still encounter some familiar faces.
Certainly. Teldrassil has been our ancestral home for generations. It would be truly sorrowful to witness its destruction.
How many more to go, wise friend?
Just 2 more, my dear.
I despise having to harm these innocent creatures.
I understand your sentiment, but we must uphold the balance.
I suppose you're right. That is all of them. Now, let's see what the Druid Master has in store for us.
You performed your duties well, Lunastis. You seem to know what you are doing. Perhaps I can task you with something a little more important. As you may well know, the corruption in Teldrassil was supposedly wiped away. Yet something lingers. The creatures have not calmed, and all manner of problems still plague us. I need you to deal with the Grelikin that have gathered to the west, and while you are there, I want you to search them for fell moss. This will help me determine from where this continuing corruption stems.
Okay, Master.
Vicious little Grell. They've been stealing from our food stores again. If you would not mind lending a hand. They are sure to have my stolen bags within their camps to the west. I would be glad to reward you if you can bring them back to me.
I'll try to retrieve them for you, merchant.
Did you know that Grells are not demonic?
They're not?
No, they're not. They may resemble demonic imps, like those summoned by warlocks, but they're not demonic.
If they're not demonic, what are they?
They are forest spirits.
Forest spirits? That's fascinating. How did you come to know all this?
A long time ago, I read a book by a wise Draenei named Avun. He mentioned that Grells show no signs of corruption whatsoever.
That is fascinating. Now tell me, they're not native to Teldrassil, are they?
No, they are not.
If they are not native to Teldrassil, where did they come from?
There's no definitive data on that. The most prominent theory is that they might have come from Asina, the great wilderness spirit in Mount Hegel. Now, here's an interesting story. We think they are imps, right?
Right. Or at least that's what I thought when the merchant mentioned them.
Yes, that's what everyone thinks. But some sources suggest the relationship is the opposite. There's a story that an imp named Daglop once mentioned something like this, and I quote, "There is a legend that some of our ancestors can be found on this world that are not part of the Legion. I bet they are boring." Maybe, just maybe, Daglop was referring to the Grells.
Wait, that means imps are descendants of Grells, and not the other way around?
Exactly. And that's what's fascinating about this story. But it's just speculation. There's no proof that Daglop was truly referring to the Grells.
You know, sometimes stories contain a grain of truth, don't they, my friend?
Yes, they often do, young one. No matter what the stories say, they can be dangerous in a group, Luna. Be careful and don't try to take them all on at once.
We're done, old friend. Such misunderstood creatures.
Yes, they truly are. If Fel Moss hadn't corrupted them, they would be just playful little beings.
Playfulness is fine. A bit of mischief is okay. But stealing isn't. Look at all the trouble they caused for the merchant.
You're right. Stealing is definitely not good. Well, you taught them a good lesson. Now, let's return to the merchant and give back what was taken.
Yes, wise one.
Satisfy my suspicions, Lunastis. Bring to me Fel Moss from the Grelkin. Your service to the creatures of Shadow Glen is worthy of reward, Lunastis. You confirmed my fears, however. The Grelkin are still tainted by Fel Moss. Despite Teldrassil's blessing, something sinister remains within the tree. I can only hope that the Narpine tribe of Farbogs are free of the corruption, or we are still in grave danger. I will look into this further and contact those who might be of aid. Thank you, Druid.
Elune be praised, and you as well, young Druid. There are many young night elves in need of these, but I would be more than happy to give you one of the bags as a reward. I am sure it will come in handy. Safe travels to you.
Thank you for the bag, Melithar.
Now, I have a message for you, Lunastis. This sigil was given to me by a messenger from our Druid trainer, Mardant. It seems Mardant would have words with you when you have a moment. Read it and bring it to him afterwards.
And where will I find him?
Lunastis, you will find the trainer inside of Aldrassil.
I wonder why Mardant wants to see me.
I think he wants to train you in some new abilities.
Okay, let's find out. Before that, I want to sell some of the junk I collected from the Grelkin camp. Hopefully they fetch a good price.
There's a merchant nearby. Hopefully he can help us.
Let's check.
We got a good price, didn't we?
Indeed we did. Now let's see why Mardant has summoned me.
Welcome, my sister. If you are here to train,
I presume?
then I would be delighted to train you. There will be a time soon where the call of the Emerald Dream will take hold in you. You will hibernate for many years and walk amongst the purest of forms. It is there and then that your ultimate training will take place.
But can't I learn anything from you now?
Ah, young Druid, I see you are eager to continue your studies. Good. But I wonder, have you spent much time in the Emerald Dream already?
No, I did not.
Perhaps you are not prepared for that yet. In time, I am sure. But until we should discuss other matters.
I will be delighted. What will that be, Druid Master?
I will be your mentor and guide for now. It is my duty to teach you how to interpret not only what the spirits communicate to us, but also the complexities and secrets of the Emerald Dream. As you learn and grow in power, you will learn more of our sleeping trance. But until then, return to me as often as you like, and I will teach you what I can in the ways of our kind. Druids play an important role in our society, but all too often we are seen as passive dreamers in a world that is changing around us. I want to teach you a basic healing technique, and with it, I want you to go out in the world and aid the Owling and the Fallen. Use your new knowledge to heal the wounds of sentinels who have been injured defending Shadow Glen.
Okay, Master. Now, where am I going to find this sentinel?
I saw one right outside.
Ah. Found her. You're a lifesaver, old friend.
You have mastered the basics of the healing ways quickly, Lunastis. I have no doubt that your healing skills will often come in handy. Return to me when you need further training.
Will do.
Now that you are practiced in your new ability, perhaps you would be willing to aid us in further pursuing the corruption haunting Shadow Glen. Dentria Silverglade, priestess of the moon, has offered to aid us. You should her between the two pools, just north of our great tree. Circle around the tree to reach her, and offer her any help that you can, young Druid.
Wait, Dentaria is here? May Elune light her path.
You know Dentaria, my friend?
Yes, my dear. She's a fearless moon priestess.
Moon Priestess? Who are Moon Priestess?
They are an elite sisterhood of night elves, my dear. They also call themselves the Sisterhood of Elune. Possibly the oldest religion among night elves. They may even predate the Highborn by 2,000 years.
Wow! They are a truly ancient order, aren't they?
Indeed they are. Moreover, They are healers at heart, but fearsome warriors when it comes to protecting their friends and allies.
Now I am eager to meet her.
There she is.
It is good that you have come. It seems your training progressed quickly. Our friend Iveron has fallen to poison from the nearby webwood spiders. I can tend to him to keep his state from deteriorating, but I need someone to gather an ingredient to prepare him an antidote. All around the ponds, you should find moon petal lilies. These flowers have great healing properties, and I can use them with the ingredients I already have to restore Iveron to better health. Would you gather them for me? There should be many just in sight of here, near the water's edge.
Webwood spiders? I've never heard of them attacking anyone.
Could they have ingested some fell moss?
Could be, but it's very unlikely. We'll have to check that out once we've helped Interia.
Sure we can, but I'm not that fond of spiders.
You should be okay, Luna.
If you say so.
Our dear friend is not doing well, even with my mending. Have you brought the supplies I require? These will do perfectly. Thank you, Lunastis. Your swiftness is appreciated. I must ask something more dangerous of you. Strange news has traveled to me through the whisperings of the forest spirits. The mysterious woodland protector, Tarindrella, has returned to Shadow Glen again. The dryad's presence has not been felt in the forest since before the blessing of Teldrassil. Something is surely amiss if she has journeyed back to the land. Seek out Tarindrella in the Shadow Thread Cave to the north. It is dangerous, but we will be prepared with this antidote just in case.
Even the dryad is here. Luna, this is no small matter.
It seems like it. Let's head north and see what's going on.
What about your fear of spiders?
Didn't you just say I'll be fine? And as a druid, how can I ignore the dryad?
True, very true. You should be fine.
You don't sound that confident, though.
I'm not. If the dryad is here, there must be something seriously wrong. These spiders are usually harmless. But then, what went wrong that Tarindrella has to be here?
Now I am worried.
Don't be. You've had good training. Let's see what she has to say.
Where is she? Ah, there she is.
I see you found me, young night elf. Dentaria was wise to have sent you.
Hello, Tarindrella.
I had hoped to never return to Teldrassil for such grim business. I had hoped that tis corruption had been wiped away completely. Something foul lingers. These spiders suffer much more deeply from the corruption than the other nearby wildlife. They are becoming a danger to your people and a danger to the forest. We must thin their numbers, but more importantly, we need to find the source of the corruption that plagues them. I will come with you and aid you in this.
Thank you for assisting me, Great Dryad. I agree. There is indeed something foul lingering here. It's such a pain to see these creatures suffer.
His body screams for death, but his soul screams for mercy.
Indeed, Great One. Let's get inside and see what's happening. These caves are like a labyrinth. I would be completely lost without your help. And the Lashers are doing a great job by helping us with the cleansing.
It is our duty to protect this land and help you, young Druid. Let's hope we don't find anything sinister. It is so painful to kill these creatures. My dear friend, I'm so sorry.
We are quite deep inside the cave, Tarindrella. However, we are still finding corrupted spiders. Also, I'm noticing the deeper we go, the more aggressive they become. Do you think the corruption is coming from the fell moss?
Fell moss? No, my dear, this is not the work of fell moss. The corruption is far more severe than what fell moss can cause. Corruption this deep could not have come from outside.
Great One. My main focus is on cleaning the corruption. But this is my first time meeting a dryad. Although I knew of your secretive nature as a druid, I know very little about you.
What do you want to know, my dear young one?
Where are you from? What is your society like? What are your customs?
Oh, young one, so much curiosity. We are the daughters of Cenarius, found all over Kalimdor, and we are the sworn protectors of the Kalimdor forest. We have a very close relationship with the Druid. We get our lives from a Druid enchanting an acorn.
Acorn?
Yes, my dear, an acorn. After a Druid enchants it, we come to life at the first touch of water.
That is so fascinating.
Indeed, my dear. So, you play a significant role in giving life to us. Be sure to train yourself well.
I will, Tarindrella. I will.
This corruption these spiders suffer from is not simply surface deep. It cannot be magic or subtle malintent. It is bred into them. It seems our next task is clear. If these spiders are born with corruption in their veins, then their brood mother must be at the root of this evil. Let us make our way to the far north end of the cave and seek out Githysis the Vile. The answers we seek lie with her. Finally, I found the source of this corruption. This totem has been corrupting the eggs. It seems a greater threat looms. The gnarlpine remained tainted by something most foul. Githyis and her brood were being corrupted by this totem. This is a furball totem. This is very troubling indeed. This means the gnarlpine are still a danger to these forests. We let our guard down too soon. I will pursue the trail of the gnarlpine and track this corruption to its source. If you ever encounter Arthritis Bearmanti in Delano, he knows intimately of the problems that plague this forest, and he can direct you on how to help further. I am sure we will meet again with time. Perhaps you can aid me in dealing with the source of this corruption once I locate it. For now, I will take you back to Dentaria so that you may finish your training. Thank you for all that you have done, Lunastis.
Glad I could help, and thank you for the knowledge. Oh, she teleported us. I was thinking she would carry us on her back. Silly me.
You have returned. It is good to see you. It seems you have dealt with the source of much of the corruption in Shadow Glen. Teldrassil still suffers and will need attention, but we can afford a moment or two for you to finish your training here in Shadow Glen.
Thank you. So, what is next?
As part of a ritual to complete your training here in Shadow Glen, you must learn about our recent history. There is a task you must perform. Go to the Moon Well to our northeast and retrieve a phial of its water. While there, you will witness a glimpse of our magics and learn of our past. When you are done there, bring the water back to me, and I will direct you further.
Now, that's a beautiful scenery. You couldn't stop yourself from swimming, could you?
No, I couldn't. But what happened in the cave? Why were you so silent?
Oh, I didn't want to scare the dryad with my ghostly voice.
You're funny.
Okay, now let's listen to the actual ghost.
Much has changed for our people. Since the Battle of Mount Hyjal, Nordrassil leaves a pale shadow of what it once was. Its power used to defeat Archimond and drive back the Burning Legion. Our immortality, the very essence of our beings, was lost. The betrayer was freed from his prison, and Shandu Stormraj disappeared in the Emerald Dream. A dark time for all.
Shandu Stormrage? Is he talking about Malfurion Stormraj?
Yes, my dear, he is talking about Malfurion.
And who is the betrayer?
Illidan Stormraj, Malfurion's twin brother.
And why is he a betrayer?
Oh, he is the one who defected to the Burning Legion.
By the name of Elune. What a history.
Our recent history is fraught with strife and violence. There is still much with which we must come to terms. Well done, Lunastis. You have one task left for you before you depart Shadow Glen for the open wilds of Teldrassil. Tenaron Stormgrip oversees all that happens in this glade. He presides at the top of Aldrassil. If you look to your south, you will see that underside of the ramp that leads up to him. Ascend this ramp and complete your training. It was wonderful to have met you. Lunastis, I swell with pride, knowing that among young night elves there are some so selfless and full of life as you are. You will do great things for our people. You will do great things for this world. Until we meet again.
She is indeed a great night elf. No wonder they are the most revered among us.
Indeed, Luna. Something tells me we are going to see her again.
That will be wonderful. Now, let's talk to Tenarin. Wait. What did he say? Malfurion is back?
Seems like it.
Then truly, what will happen to Fandral?
Time will only tell.
Greetings, Tenaran.
Greetings, Druid.
Here is the water from the Moonwell.
Thank you, Druid. The Moonwell hold the waters of the Well of Eternity, the ancient source of magic that has wrought so many horrors upon our world. The Druids take advantage of its proper rites. The Sentinels revere the well as shrines to Elune, and now even the returning Highborn look to the well longingly.
It was a privilege to visit the Moonwell. And what a story.
So you have heard the first part of the aftermath of the Battle of Mount Hyjal. There is much more for you to learn, and the task you have begun here will continue through the rest of your journey through Teldrassil and into Darnassus. While there is more, I could speak to you of the Moon Well and of Teldrassil. I must send you along. Korithras Moonraj will be expecting you. I have poured the phial of water you brought to me into this vessel to bring to him. Seek out Korithras. You will find him at the Moonwell in Dolana. Follow the road south from Aldrassil of Shadow Glen, and continue to follow the cobblestones as the road turns west. Mind you stay on the reed, though, Lunastis. There are dangerous beasts in the forest of late.
Sounds like a plan, Tenaran.
Take with you the blessing of the wind's embrace. May it make your descent from Aldrassil more direct.
Jump, Luna.
What do you mean jump?
Jump. You will see.
Oh, that's what is wind's embrace.
I bet you loved every bit of that fall.
Indeed I have.
Wait, where are you going?
Don't worry, old friend. I am just going to do some shopping.
Ah, go ahead, my dear.
First, I'll sell some junk and make some money. Then I'll equip some bags and the staff.
As Luna finishes her shopping, allow me to extend our heartfelt gratitude to all fellow adventurers. It has been our privilege to share this journey with you. Just as we have relished every moment of the adventure, we hope you have found joy in it too. As we prepare to continue our journey towards Dolana, may your own real-life adventures be filled with joy and fulfillment. Though our journey together is nearing its end, we invite you to stay with us for the remaining moments. Thank you for being with us today.
Finally, I'll visit the leather merchant.
Looking good, Luna. The outfit is very nice.
Thank you, wise one. Now let's head to Dolana.
Glad you have finished your training. Now, I can be sure that you can handle any obstacle out there.
You think too much, old friend. I will be fine.
I am sure you will be. Before we leave Shadow Glen, let's check with Porthanius if he has any deliveries for Dolinar.
Sure, my friend.
Greetings, young Druid. Can you offer me aid? I have a package of herbs that I must deliver to the town of Dolinar, but I still have business with the Druids of Shadow Glen, and cannot yet leave. Can you deliver this package for me? It must be sent to Innkeeper Keldamir at the Dolinar Inn. It lies along the road to the south.
Sure, Porthanius. Dolinar, here we come.
Be careful on the way. I'll meet you there.
See you there, my old friend.